welcome back to On the Shelf Gaming, the only show on the internet officially sponsored by that old guy for letting us stay at the house all the time and not have to pay rent.
Yeah, pretty nice of him, honestly.
Yeah, we didn't... Is this the guy we saved?
Okay.
Because I feel like we haven't done anything with this guy.
Have we even been to this town?
This is new. We have not been here.
I was just thinking, oh, he must be that guy from, like, 2 towns ago that I can't remember or something. Which town it was. Oops, sorry, woman.
How the fuck did we get here?
Dan, you're not overweight, lady. You are smoking hot, maybe. I don't know.
You're at least hotter than that chicken.
Damn. Let's fuck this chicken.
Hell yeah. You ever seen that video of that seal, like, I'm pretty sure raping a penguin?
No, and I don't want any more discussion about it on my internet Let's Play show. On to the next conversation.
God, so I told you how many people I've seen die recently?
Third time's the charm?
No, we gotta talk about this.
Okay, that one you can talk about.
Yeah. Okay, so... if people who have been keeping up with the on-the-shelf lore know, I got banned from Twitter recently.
Sacred got banned from Twitter! I think that episode literally might have come out today. I recorded it right after you got the final denial, but before you didn't come back to Twitter.
Well, yeah, so I got banned from Twitter, and then I couldn't get my account back because they never told me what I did wrong. They just kept saying back is like, we banned you because you violated X rules. We will not be reinstalling your accounts. I'm like, whatever. And so I made a new account to get back on Twitter.
Is what he would have said if he had broken the rules and done that, but he didn't.
Yeah, no. So I didn't make a new account, but I found a secret passage back onto Twitter. Well, I'm not following more than like 3 people right now because I haven't had the time or energy to go through and like remake my Twitter because I was on Twitter for fucking years. So like any curation I had was like carefully crafted over years. So all I see is what Twitter thinks a user who doesn't follow anybody like wants to see, like what new people fresh on the platform are interested in and want to see to keep them on the platform. And that has almost exclusively been death. I'm not kidding when I say within 3 days of coming back to Twitter and having just an uncurated timeline of just the top shit that Twitter wants to show people, I have seen like 13 people graphically die. And it's actually insane. When it first started, and it was only like 3 or 4 videos of people graphically dying, I'm like, this is horrifying. Why is this the thing that Twitter thinks is just going to keep people invested? And then, after I got to like 9 people dying, I'm like, okay, this is almost pretty fucking funny now. That this is the thing that is going to keep people on Twitter, according to Twitter. Now, it has got back around to horrifying, but also funny. That Twitter's just like, what is this person like? They're not following anything. Quick, show them death. God.
Yeah, and for the record, just in case it's not clear, Sacred is not like happy that this is what they're showing him. No. It's just funny that this is like, okay, they don't know anything about me. People being killed.
Yeah. And it ranges from straight up murder, because I've definitely seen a video where a girl was getting pushed at a fucking pool party, and so she pulls a Glock out of her fucking purse and blasts the person who was pushing her.
As you do.
But then I've also seen like a dude just getting fucking punched in the face in a street fight, and then as soon as he hits the ground, a fucking motorcycle runs over his head. And I've also seen one where this girl was just doing some fucking Instagram live, and a dude swan dives off the building behind her. Like,
Jesus.
I have seen every genre of death. And it's... How is that the fucking thing that is just like the default? Because I've seen too many for it to not be like, oh, it just thinks I like death. Like, no. That just has to be what Twitter thinks people want to see when they're new to the platform and haven't quite found their niche yet. It's just,
what the fuck is wrong with Twitter? Like, don't get me wrong, Twitter was never some amazing fucking thing. I mean, it is in some ways. Like, obviously, the fact that Twitter even exists is a fucking miracle. But, like, it always had significant flaws. But I tell you one thing. When I started my Twitter, I saw 0 people die.
Yeah, I saw the exact number of people that anyone should ever see die. None. Bro, you're not gonna take a hot spring?
No, it's 500 and I have no money now.
Oh. Well, damn, bro. I guess it's a song to go home. Oh, there was a thing back there you missed.
Where?
We go like next to the hot spring in the corner. There was a little shiny thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, bro. Fucking get it.
Hey, look what
Hot spring makes sense.
Yeah.
You got me. One of them actually makes sense to have been out there.
But no,
when you're right, you're right.
It's just fucking nuts. I feel like I have seen enough people die on Twitter that I feel like I should have been on, like, at least the fucking deep web. Like, I don't know if I could have found more videos of people dying than what was just shown to me on Twitter.
I don't know. You could go to, like, r/watch people die.
Is that a fucking thing?
I think it's actually banned from Reddit now, but it used to be. It's like, man, I hear about that, like, I'm just like, damn. What the fuck is wrong with people? If you used to frequent r/watch people die, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you were some kind of monster, but you might be.
God, I knew a guy back in high school, and you know this might have been a bit, but he kind of gave me the vibe that it was not a bit. And he was always talking about how hot he thought dead shit was. And, like, he was constantly talking about, like, roadkill and just, like, gore. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's, like, it was just, like, a weird interest. I'd be like, whatever. But he would specifically say, like, oh, no, that shit's hot. And I'm like, I didn't talk to that guy much.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's what Miroku said.
Well, it was weird because, like, other times I'd hear him talk and he'd be normal. He just talks about video games or anime or, like, comics he's reading. But then when that conversation dies down, he's like, so I saw a dead dog on the side of the road. Pretty fucking cool, right?
If you still want to fight your enemy, I can tell you how.
So anyway, dead people, hot, right?
Actually, in my experience, they're really cold. It's very awkward.
Well, listen carefully.
God.
Lindo Village is at the
Hell yeah, we got a destination, baby!
Hell yeah, we just gotta go to the top of Mount Ho!
Magatama tree.
We're making food for the Magatama tree!
Isn't that the kind of tree that the fucking guy who traps people in your gourd was growing?
I have no idea.
That's
I don't remember what it was called.
The barrier. I'll tell you the
Oh no, that was like a peach tree. They were like peaches.
But be careful. It's not easy to get the fruit.
I'm sure it's fine.
Test will challenge your courage.
If my courage is the only issue, I'm good.
Yeah.
If my skill is a question...
Now that's where we're having a little bit of trouble. See, I'm kind of a thing called the weak link. You might know it as an elderly person in society.
Damn, you're right, though. Man, fucking... all them old people eating up all that Social Security so there's none left for the rest of us? How dare they?
God. Like, I remember when we were talking about Dora the Explorer and, like, one of their interviews were like, oh yeah, toddlers are, like, the weakest members of society or, like, the most vulnerable, whatever they said. And I'm like, I don't know, at least toddlers have, like, the potential to become, like, the greatest members of society. But, like, old people, like, and no hate on old people, but, like, they've done that. They've either done that or they haven't. It doesn't matter. The point is, no one hits the crisp old age of 90, and they're just like, yeah, now is when I'm going to become the Nobel Prize winner.
I don't know.
It's like, you know, I've been sitting on the cure of cancer all these fucking years. Maybe now I'll dole that one out.
They told me I need to go there! Oh, maybe I need to go get the rest of the team.
Yeah, maybe like, hey, fuck faces! We gotta go to the top of the fucking Manju Mountains to get like fruit or something. I don't know. I wasn't really listening.
Hey, they changed
Please
positions!
listen, everybody. We might be able to break MID-ROKU's barrier.
Actually, we gave up. We're just about to fucking end it all.
Yeah, we already got the Kool-Aid made.
Really?
Spills the glass.
Kakuju told me.
Why is he so, like, awestruck?
I don't know. It's exactly what I was thinking when I saw his face.
It's like, what? Really?
We need to go get a fruit from the top of Mount Hope.
What do you think the odds are that fucking Kakuju is gonna end up being that mask guy?
That is a sacred mountain.
Dollars to donuts, it's possible.
But it'll be
Monks? That's what you are!
Eh.
Well, I'm gonna try my hardest.
Do you think if, like, another monk happened across the party, they would have, like, called Miroku out for his non-monk behavior?
Yes.
I doubt it. Because when you get right down to it, even ignoring his wind tunnel,
That's right.
Miroku is just like
We'll never
the strongest monk we see in the series.
I mean, yeah, but that's just
So,
because he's
like-
the only monk that hangs out with InuYasha.
Well, I mean, literally, yes, that is why. But most monks just don't have that much going for them. So I don't know. It depends. If they just saw him acting like a fucking lecher, then yeah, they might be like, "Come on, kid."
You gotta not do that.
But if they fought with him first and then saw him doing it, and be like, "Hey, listen, if I was that strong,"
Well, I mean, like, then again, is he even that strong?
yes.
Is he, though? Because I feel like every time he tried to do, like, a monk-specific thing, it didn't work. Like, I feel like every time he tried to do a monk-specific thing, it was closely followed by a wind tunnel when the monk-related thing didn't work anymore. At the very least, his monk-related stuff typically only works when they're like, okay, I'll go fight this guy for, like, 15 minutes while you sit here charging the monk thing.
What the fuck?
Where were we on that screen?
I am not sure.
Odd.
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
That is not where I expected us to be at all. This is where I expected us to be.
Right smack down in the middle of a random encounter.
Hell yeah. No, he does follow up a lot of the stuff he does with his wind tunnel, but that's just like his surefire win button.
Right.
So, like, you can't fault him there. But, like, most of the stuff that he does handle, he could handle without his wind tunnel.
But he doesn't, though, so I have a hard time giving him, like, the benefit of the doubt that he's actually, like, some kind of hot shit monk. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, like, any random monk fresh out of monk school would be able to fucking fold Miroku in half if Miroku didn't have access to the wind tunnel. I'm just saying that, like, we have like no comparison other than, like, maybe Kagome's grandpa to say that, like, he was a pretty good monk.
We see a whole bunch of monks, we see a whole bunch of monks in InuYasha.
We see a whole bunch of random nobodies get dogged on by demons at the beginning of episodes.
Those are the monks, bro!
I don't know. If there was literally any other main character monk, or like a Koga level monk, I'd be more willing to say that Miroku was hot shit as a monk. But
I mean, that's fair, I suppose. But I feel like the fact that there's not just speaks to, like, how he is good as a monk.
yeah, I'm not saying he's not the exception. I just don't think his exception is particularly exceptional. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I just don't buy into the Miroku hype.
Here's the thing. I think really what the issue is monks fucking suck as a general rule. Because, like, even all the really good ones are almost all bad. Like, there's a point, and I can't remember if it's in... It must be in the anime, so we should have seen it. Hakudoshi is just going around and he's slaughtering monks.
Right.
That are, like, super old.
Yes, I
and
recall.
not super old like they're frail, super old like they're should be super strong spiritually monks.
Yes, I recall.
And he just destroys them with no problem. Until the one guy that splits him in half.
Right.
And it's like...
Ready to give up?
That guy is the only guy who's even, like, debatably in Miroku's league. And as far as, like, monk powers. And obviously, you know, he may be stronger than Miroku, he may be weaker than Miroku. We don't know because we only can see him do one thing.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and say either way, oh yeah, for sure, this or that. But, like, all these other super old monks who were super renowned spiritualists, They all fucking suck.
Right.
And like every monk we see do basically anything in the show fucking sucks. And I'm sure a part of that has to be just to like boost Miroku's usefulness.
Sure.
Because like if they were all as useful as he is, it's like, okay, so literally any random monk would have been just as good as him. Minus the wind tunnel that he never gets to use.
Right. I don't know. Well, I also like feel like we can compare Miroku in like his like spiritual powers to Kaede in a way. Because like I don't remember the exact scenario, but I do remember that they're dealing with something where Miroku and Kaede specifically needed to work together to put a barrier up because neither of them had the power to do it alone.
Right.
But I just feel like if Miroku and Kaede had to like work in tandem, otherwise there was no fucking chance. Miroku can't have been that much better than her, otherwise he would have been able to just do it himself. Like, I just find it hard to believe that Miroku got them 99% of the way to that barrier.
And that Kaede was just a little bit extra.
Right, no, I really feel like in that situation it had to basically be half and half.
Right.
And we know that Kaede was dog water as a priestess.
Well, that's the thing, though. Kaede is supposed to be one of the better priestesses around. Kaede sucks as a priestess, but that's because the two priestesses we see are Kagome, who, once she learns what she's doing, is pretty darn good, and Kikyo, who is, like,
the best.
The second best one that has ever lived. So, like, Miroku is not that, right? Like, I mean, I guess kind of with his wind tunnel he is.
Sure.
He is, like, the best monk that's ever lived. But, like, just on spiritual power alone, he's not the Kikyo of monks by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sitting here saying that he fucking sucked. If we had enough monks in the show, I'm sure that Miroku would be on fucking everybody's Mount Rushmore of monks.
Yeah. I mean, he is currently only because we don't have any good monks. We got him, that guy who split the baby in half.
Yeah.
The guy who died to Kikyo when he saw her and was like, "You're not alive.
All right, and
I'm gonna send you back, save your soul," whatever it was he said.
Right, and she vaporized him.
Yeah.
And
some other fourth guy.
Yeah, Miroku's drunk teacher.
Oh yeah. Miroku's dad.
Yeah, well he's dead, so
but
he's not in the running anymore.
But like,
he got wind tunneled.
Yeah, he had a wind tunnel, so he's probably pretty strong.
I don't know.
Miroku's grandpa?
I guess what I'm trying to say is if Miroku had to fight, like, Kagome without his wind tunnel, I feel like Kagome would pull that one out.
No.
I don't know, bro.
There's no way. Kagome, because the thing is, Kagome's biggest strength is her spiritual power, which is going to do nothing because Miroku is just like a normal human.
Well, yeah, but that also means that her arrows are going to sink deep into his eye socket and he's going to die.
Maybe, but he would probably be able to block them.
I don't know, man.
Oh no.
Ignore that happening to make it seem like he fucking sucks. He probably could block an arrow. He'd have to be at like the perfect range, because if he's too close, he's just going to smack Kagome up.
Right.
And if he's too far away, he's probably going to be able to block him.
Right.
Gotta be in that perfect zone. I don't know, because the thing is, at times, they make him out... What the fuck?
They have revives now?
I don't recall that ever happening before. At times, they make him seem like he's almost as strong as InuYasha. And then at times, he's just like, barely as strong as Sango.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely inconsistent. I think they portray him like that just because he and like InuYasha are supposed to be like bros, like best friends, which is also inconsistently portrayed because there's definitely other times where InuYasha's like, "Fucking Miroku, why are you even here?" There are times where he seems to favor Shippo more than he favors Miroku.
Yeah. Honestly, though, is that not the most realistic fucking bro thing of all time, though?
That, admittedly. Admittedly, how many times have we said we hate each other?
Right. Absolutely. That stuff like that is really funny to me. Because, like, especially, and I haven't seen it in a little while, at least that I can recall, but on Twitter, sometimes you'll see people, you know, there's like, oh man, you know, this person said something, and it's just so out of character for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, So I get that, yes, literally it is probably something you could consider out of character because of how stories are written.
Right.
But, like, it makes them so much more real when you know, you're, like, in the case of InuYasha's group, when InuYasha is just like, man, fucking Miroku, why do we even have that guy?
Right.
It's like, damn, that's just you and me.
Yeah.
Oh, God, so relatable. He'll probably continue to be relatable
Next time on the Shelf Gaming.